Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Dety and Review Things, and today we have an exciting one for you. Later daters, Netflix's foray into elder dating. That sounds so weird to say it like that. It's done by one of the executive producers is Michelle Obama. It's done by their production company Higher Ground. That's what it's called. And so in this one, a dating coach basically helps six older singles to find love. And if children are involved, or for some one person, it's their ex, that's their best friend. So,
Still
anyways,
their ex.
yeah, like I'm just like that's weird. So introducing the dating coach. This is Logan Ury. She was trained at Harvard as a behavioral scientist. She worked at Google as the head of their behavioral sciences unit. Now she works at Hinge as the director of relationship science. She's also an author. She wrote a book called How to Not Die Alone. And I think that is one of the most knowledgeable dating experts I've actually encountered because she seemed to clock all of them. Like the things she said, we also saw. So it's not one of those things that somebody is saying A, you are saying yeah, you know. So, but I really liked her um, style and everything, Sha. So let's get into it.
Okay.
First, we have Anise. I'm going to read their stats first, then we can jump into it. So she's 62. She's been single for almost 20 years. She's been married 3 times. Her daughter, Duena, is the one that's going to be helping her out on this journey.
Okay.
So,
Uh,
she when they meet with Logan, we find out that she was a high school sweetheart for 11 years, and they had 2 kids before he died. So she went to college after he passed, and then she she went to college, went to university, did masters. Then so she's currently a doctor. She has a PhD, and she said that some men get insecure about the fact that she has a doctorate, and she has been told that she self sabotages her relationships, which interesting, anyways. And so yeah, the her assignment from Logan is more like don't be insecure about your doctorate. Like the man that's for you is not going to shut you down because you have a doctorate, right? So have the first date. I wish I had a picture of that guy. George, 60, divorced 2 times, 7 years single, 1 kid, retired, nuclear security. Let's start with Anis's dress. First of all, Anis was dressing. I'm like, I'm not the person that likes to dress your age, but dress your age. And dress how you want to be addressed. So, like, you're going on a date, they have cleavage all the way, then the dress is like, it's not alien, all of that asymmetrical cause, short, very, very short dress for a first date.
it's too much.
Obviously, she's a very curvy, shapy woman. It is too much. It's too much. She said that it's shorter than she expected. I'm like, people are the same height and you're wearing heels. Once again, so it think that the issues that the young people face, the old people just have the issues. You don't grow out of that kind of this thing.
No.
Then he said something that I thought was very cute. He said that she's his type of beautiful, his type of eye candy. And I was thinking, oh, this is a sweet man. George is a sweet man. Here we go. They talk about kids. She asked him how many kids he has. It's like one. She says she has 3 now. And I say, how many baby daddies? And she's like, excuse me? And it's like, yeah, like, and if we're not in the society and era we were in, I would have been like, that's an offensive question. But in the society and era we're in, fair enough. But I guess she's like, I'm 62. I can't. I don't.
But does that matter when you hit a certain age?
Yes, because why are you still having children with multiple people?
No, because she's no longer having children. That's what I'm saying. Like, at a certain age, does that matter?
And I was trying to know if the baby that are in the life, and if I don't know.
Yeah, but you're old. They're older. And kids are older too. Like she's 60,
We don't know now.
something. Kids are in their 30s.
We don't. He doesn't know. So
I'm not trying to be devil's advocate. I'm just asking.
Yeah. It was.
Does it matter?
She found it odd. Then this was also kind of thing. He said he likes his women with a little ghetto in them, and that she looks like she has a little ghetto in her. Somebody told me that. She was so like shook because she was like, "What the hell?" Then she excused herself, but she was trying to. That she was like, "I'm done," and he's like, "I like watching her walk away. That she looks a bit ghetto." I'm like, "What?" The George, please. Then he was like, "Oh, second dates." I'm like, second dates. He said more things, but it's expressive.
Yeah, I said blonde wig is also.
Yeah, I said blonde wig is ghetto. Yeah, I said blonde wig is ghetto thing. So, apparently he also asked her if she's had any work done.
Ah, yeah, he did.
And he said he lives in Chattanooga and F surrounding Atlanta.
They never change.
I'm like, you're 60 years old. And you're still talking like a 25-year-old that just understood the concept of women today. Yeah. That's all we have to say about that. Then she went on this with Nate. We'll talk about that when we talk about Nate. So Nate is another guy on the show.
Okay.
He said, okay, you don't know Nate.
I'm just saying okay. You made an executive decision now, and I said okay.
Okay. Yeah. So Nate also brought her flowers, but he brought her yellow flowers. So she said that yellow means friendship.
Nate was just picking different kinds of flowers. I don't think he cared or knew what any color means, really.
Yeah, exactly right. And then she has this perception of herself that when on the dates, she's like very nice and friendly. And we're like, girl, you're not.
You're interviewing people.
Yeah, in boss mode. Like, you are so in boss mode. Like, it's not even funny. So after Nate, she goes out with a white guy. His name is Bill. He's British, 55, divorced 3 times, 2 years single, 2 kids. He's a tech startup CEO.
Yeah.
It was a very simple date. This one was a caviar and wine date. She liked it. I think she really liked him. They talked a lot. She was smiling a lot. For the first time, she wasn't like, so where do you live? What do you do? Like, she was very like casual, and she was just that had all 32 were out. She was just
she liked him.
Yeah, she clearly liked him and everything.
Well, he said he wasn't attracted to her.
No, he said he was worried about the fact that he was going to be her first interracial relationship.
Yeah, but he specifically said he's not attracted to her.
When?
He did, when they were asking him at the end, he said he's...
You feel spark?
Yeah, he said he didn't find her attractive.
I said if it's spark. Please don't do that.
And you know what's going to happen? I'm going to reward...
I said if it's spark, because find out attractive is deep.
I'm going to show you. Because I heard him say it. So I'm going to prove.
And also, they find her attractive and it's not attractive to her. It's not the same thing. You know that, right? I don't find her attractive that I don't think you're fine. I'm not trying to say that you can be fine.
So maybe he said he wasn't attracted to her.
That's what I'm like, please.
But the word attractive came up.
Oof.
Yeah.
Because if you say that somebody's not attractive, that's deeply insulting.
He did say. So no. I don't think he said she wasn't attractive. I think he said he wasn't attracted to her. So that is the right word to say. And I'm going to find it. Was it the second episode? I think.
I can't remember.
I'll find it there.
I was looking for it. Yeah. So he strictly dates black women. All the children are mixed and everything. So he's used to interracial relationships.
Yeah.
So because, like, one thing so he was like kind of taken aback when she said, "Oh, he'll be her first white guy," because she was like, "Oh, that." So he was like, oh, that's a red flag for him because obviously there are dynamics to this thing. Yeah. And I found it interesting because normally it's the black woman that's like, I don't want to teach anybody. But he's like, I don't want to teach because sometimes you think that, oh, it's only the white person that'll be the problem. But sometimes the black person can also be the problem in the entire relationship.
But it seemed like she wanted to like
she was because she really liked him.
She did.
Really liked
and
him.
I think she was willing to like give it a shot.
Yeah, but she understood his hesitation about her having never been with a white person. Yeah. So she grew up during segregation, so you can't really blame her like that. And in the UK, there wasn't really segregation like there was in the US, so it's understandable that. And he's okay. Another thing I've not mentioned is that Anise loves to mention that she's an older woman.
Yes,
she loves. How do you feel about being an older woman? I'm like, madam.
After a certain age, like especially when dating doesn't have anything to do with procreation.
Yeah, like neither of you having children. Like 55, 62 is the same thing to us.
All that the same thing.
Like, at that point, all die. Like what are we saying here? Yeah, exactly. And she always has to point out that it's I'm like, girl, no, you're both old. Like, let's move on.
Yeah.
She also says that
yeah.
So that's that's what you're playing.
Oh no, I'm getting to the point where.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways,
here we go.
Volume.
No, I just left the closed caption so that we'll see the words that he said.
Yeah, she really liked him.
I went too far.
Okay. So anyways, Logan and Anise catch up. Logan, the coach, catch up.
He said it's just an instant physical attraction. That bit wasn't there.
Okay.
So he wasn't phically attracted to her. Yeah.
Because I knew he said that.
Yeah, he said that.
Things.
And the way he said it, and then he was like at the end. Yeah. So he did that face at the end like. just wasn't physically attracted to her.
Yeah, that's fine. No,
which can I just say, it's very important that women learn that, because with all the tight, he's like, nah.
I think that's probably part of the problem. She probably thought she was trying too hard. Like, why do you have to? Like,
there's nothing there's nothing wrong with her physically. Maybe for him it's more of a face. Some people are more of a face. Like, they're not really a body. Like, her face has to be exceptionally pretty for them. No, she's not ugly, by the way. No, but for some people, the face has to be a kind of pretty. Maybe she's not that type.
He just has have a preference. Maybe
he has a preference of black woman that he likes. So I mean, he's niche already. He likes a niche thing, clearly. So women. Yeah.
No, he was very specific about that. So
so he probably even has a niche within a niche.
Yeah. So that's fine. So, but anyways. Obviously, we could tell she likes him. She was like, I'm like, girl, you know you liked him.
Yeah, she liked him. She's trying to brush it off. And it's okay to.
It's okay to get
it's okay. Like, I think she thinks she's so hot. Like, how nobody can give me a lot. No, you can. Everybody can chop a lot. The hottest person in the world can chop a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, just not that person.
Exactly.
Cup of tea, and that's perfectly fine.
Yeah. And then, so her daughter picks her next date, which ends up being
the date.
Big Willie.
No, you don't say that. It's Big Willie. You have to say,
I'm not country, please.
Big Willie.
I'm not country.
At the end, you know.
I'm not country. I'm not going to say that.
It's the way he says his name, you know.
Willie. So,
no.
See, that'll tell you. He's 50.
X.
Okay. He's 55, divorced twice, 7 years single, 5 kids. This man has 5 children. Now I know that he was born in a different time, so I forgive him.
He's still doing the same thing now.
5.
So what do you mean you forgive him? Children. Nothing has changed. It's worse even now. So.
I am just like floored. And he's a government, was it former or present government K9 specialist, dog specialist, whatever.
Remember laughed at me when I told her that.
Because I was like, K9. Not like I laughed at you. I was like, I'm not sure. Like, I'm like, if that's it, that would be so stupid that they call it that, because it's literally K.
Yeah, that's what they call it. K9. It's K-9.
So yeah, it's not you. I was like, that's very stupid. I was laughing at you. I was like,
that's what
if that was what it is, that whoever came up with that is kind of stupid. That's
K9.
That's dumb.
K9.
Anyways, dumb. So obviously she loves what he says is a silver fox. I'll show you guys what he looks like. But no, I don't want to show you guys this because I don't want to bury the lead. Like what he says, they have very intense physical chemistry. They just look into each other's eyes and just, once again.
He's Big Willie.
Then this person aged again. So he thought she was 50, and I guess she was so flattered. And once again, they have an issue. This is an older woman. Ma'am, both of you are past the childbearing years. He shouldn't be having any more children. He has 5. Okay? The shop is closed. Let's keep it moving. Her name is Patricia. This man, for God's sake, Anise Patrice. She keeps on being like, it's Patricia.
He even wrote it down.
Even when on this phone,
you know what I just thought about now? What do you call that show? Oh God, How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
You remember how this girl's character was always shouting Patricia?
Yeah, Robin. Patrice. It was Patrice. Actually.
Yeah, she used to call her make her name. I think she used to make a mistake with her name.
Her name was Patrice. She was always so annoying to Robin. She's like, but not Patrice. Not Patrice.
Exactly. This whole situation made me think about that.
Sir. Her name is Patricia. And I guess it is Anise Patrice. It's rhymed. But no, it's Anise Patricia.
A person didn't catch that. If they caught that, they would have.
Yeah, Anise Patrice.
That would make sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But she's Patricia.
Yeah, and then, the 5 kids was already like, then he said, I've been to Africa. And I'm like,
oh.
Excuse me? You've been to the whole continent?
Well, again, I had to correct my wrong.
That what?
When someone says they've been to Europe and they've been to Africa, it's fine. My issue is when people say they've been to the country of Africa. That's where we have problems.
Okay. I've been to Joburg, and then he just wants stupid accent to say they say welcome to Africa. I'm like, this accent does not exist anywhere on the continent. We're from the continent. It sounds very Caribbean, but please don't do that again. I know that Black Americans think, no, don't do it. It's still offensive when it's offensive.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
I remember one episode of The Living Single where they were trying to make the whole episode was just making fun of
Africa.
Before we were the underpinning of a lot of jokes on their sitcom shows, and we were like, it was easy to punch down on us. So they were doing the whole African accent thing that whole episode, and it was just like, okay, cool. Yeah, this is such fun. Yeah.
Rubbish.
So they have an idea of the cadence.
They don't know anything. Please.
Yeah, it's
just for real. Black Panther showed us that, so that's not. But anyway, she met up with her daughter for an update. She's just gushing. She loves, and her daughter is like, yes, I got it. Yeah. I could say Big Willie. Another like Big Willie. You know that Big Willie means penis, right? Like a big penis. Someone's like, no, what? Something like that. I was like, no, yes. It means that. Stop saying it.
Yeah, she didn't know.
Yeah, she didn't know.
There are certain names are euphemisms for
penis. Okay?
Yeah,
she didn't know. Anyways, the Willie guy obviously is very into her. The first time, and then start talking, and everything is good. They were talking daily. They go on their second dates, like hiking, stuff for a light picnic, and then talking about their first dates, eye contact, physical contact, everything. I said, "Oh, why don't you call me? I was I'm sort of your name." I said, "Cha kiss." And she wants to jump, to the place where she thinks he's a person, but things are going very well. This is Big Willie and Anise together. So happy. So cute. Okay. So the person that I disliked in the beginning, but I forgave her later because it's not her fault.
Susan.
This hair. Say more. Over to you.
What to be that?
When they had to show how the hair came to be like this, because they're like, you people will see that she doesn't brush her hair.
My daughter is like, it's not big enough. She had to ask her, girl, it's not big enough yet.
Dolly Parton's hair is big and it's not messy.
She likes a messy hair.
This woman uses rollers. Everything is neat. She brings out rollers neat. She puts.
It's her signature.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Looking. It's her signature. Okay, cool. Suzanne, 63, optometrist, was married to her husband, Chris, for 27 years before he died. They have 2 boys and a girl. So before we start, to me, it's just dangerous to be with someone that lost love of their life. He was love of her life. And it's always tough because they kind of immortalize that person, and no one can.
And same thing with Anise.
Yeah, same thing with Anise.
Because she tried 2 times after. And
and it didn't work. Yeah. So when you have that person, that just it's
tough.
It's tough. Obviously, you want to move on, but then sometimes you also even feel guilty, and they may also just because the person died. For the most part, you forget the negatives. Even the person that may have been annoying to you, you just forget it, and you're just like, oh, he was so perfect and everything, and. Madam had too many requirements. No pot belly, good teeth, nice feet, likes wine, must like Georgia football team, blah, blah, blah.
And she's obsessed with Matthew McConaughey.
Oh my God. All right. That's for you. Jeez. And she has dogs, and her dogs are her children. Because I was like, what's going on here? It's just wild. And so Logan said that she tries to connect on the dates, like talk about something interesting to her. And this woman takes it as license to bring up Matthew McConaughey every single day. I'm like,
I was listening to a podcast with Matthew McConaughey. I was like,
ma'am.
Are you paid to promote Matthew McConaughey's podcast?
Yeah, that was paid after.
Yeah. By the way, one thing I noticed for her, she had really stellar dates.
All her dates were good. Guys.
The guys were really nice guys.
Yeah. So she was annoying to me just because she was dating like she's 20 years old and trying to pick her first husband. And see, you have to pick somewhere to close to watch sunsets with, like. Nice company. Close the door.
Yeah, and she was doing the whole. She wanted to chase. She wants
to be a tease. I'm like, Auntie, this is not what we're here for.
Yeah, people are serious.
Not even just that. And somebody can ask you, do you want the second date? She's like, oh my God, why are you asking me that? Who should he ask? I was like, are you what's going on here? And this is why her daughter Alison was following her like ash fly, because she was like, my mommy. Because initially I was like, Alison, you don't get work, you don't get life. But later I was like, no. Suzanne is a problem. Alison like, if I don't follow this woman toe to toe, problem with it. So this is the first date. His name is Frank, 63, 8 years single, divorced with 2 kids. He's an attorney. I wrote he deceives himself that he looks like Richard Gere. And people think he looks like Steve Martin. I'd give him Steve Martin, I will not give him Richard Gere.
I mean, I think the public's vote is right.
Yeah. He brings her flowers, so there's white, pink, and red. So there's white roses for the first date, pink for the second, red for third, and subsequent dates. Very confident man, Frank. She said he's very short. Once again, they're the same height, and she was wearing heels. And not small heels.
And she wears those block massive.
Like 5 inches.
She's into the big heels. So.
Boy, he's short. I'm like,
the girlies are not serious.
In your 60s, you people are still doing this rubbish.
The girlies, come on.
They went over sports. The kids was a good dates. They did something plastic. All that thing that removed excess skin from the eye. Did not say labia plastic.
Yeah, I know. I was about to say, and I was like, nope. It's not.
It's not that. Anyways, whatever the surgery is to remove excess skin from
when eye, when you start getting older,
saggy skin. Yeah, so he has had that surgery done, and then we learned that her parents moved to Saudi Arabia at 14, so she went to school in Europe. I think later she mentioned the country. I think it was Switzerland. Later she mentioned Saudi, and then places. Yeah. She said she's stuck. So he had a 16-year-old kid, so she was stuck on that because she's like, I'm done raising kids. Our kids are all out of the house, and she didn't want that. So. Yeah,
that's understandable.
Fair enough. And then Frank goes in for the kiss, and she just like this, and then he asked for her number. She didn't give him.
She was forming. She didn't. Yeah,
she didn't give him her number. She didn't.
Yeah, it was the producers. No. Actually, no. It was the next guy that was the next guy that they set her up.
Yeah, this one he set out there because they didn't know the kind of way they're dealing with at this point. She's like, oh my God, so forward. I'm like, are you okay? And then her daughter picked up from every day. So Alison came.
I think it was her that.
This one, they didn't collect number for this one. Okay. They didn't exchange numbers. Okay. They didn't exchange numbers. So she said that everything was fine, but the young kid thing. He likes her Georgia sports team and everything. He brought flowers. He was very forward. So he found out on Facebook that he wrote a long message to her that he would like to go out with her again and everything. And then she mentioned it, I'm worried about whether it's a dog person. I thought I was like,
she had to like, is that all that matters?
It's like, that's what Alison is there because
also you have all these tiny mutts, like, and then whatever, they're not the type of dogs that would annoy people. They're not massive.
There are lots. No,
she has like 4 dogs.
That's so much.
But they're not
and
like,
they follow up now. They get so excited. No, but they will go where the people are now. They get so excited and everything. I was like,
and they like people.
Anyway, she didn't respond. She ghosted Franco because she said the younger kid thing, and she said he likes younger women and she's not younger. I'm like, when did he?
I know, because he has for you to have a 16-year-old, you were with a younger woman.
Whatever. I'm just like
at her age, because she's like 60 something.
So that's sport.
I mean, although it's 2024, 64-year-olds are getting pregnant.
Yeah, so poor thing. Bye, Frank. Sorry.
Yeah.
So just continue on Suzanne. So I said she wrote for a second. It looked like a disco ball. She wore like some pink dress with some silver.
Her dress sense is quite interesting.
Sure, that's a nice way to put it. Avery.
Forgot to say that she has a lot of figurines. No, of sculptures of curvy women.
Curvy women. Yeah. And she's not curvy.
Yeah.
She's
quite interesting.
Regular.
Yeah.
Very curvy. Like all those like African type structures. Yeah. That's very interesting. Very interesting poses too.
And the camera people were like,
how many filled it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they filled it with that.
Oh, and she has a wind chime that she thinks.
She says that husband speaks through the wind chime. When it blows, like the husband saying hi. We have second date, Avery, of which I have a picture of Avery actually. Avery is 59, divorced, 10 years single, 3 kids, financial advisor. Avery did not bring her flowers. He studied English and ended up in finance. He's an Alabama fan and she's a Georgia fan. She said that is a no since they have opposites, rival, whatever. He liked her. He felt very at ease. He was always teasing her. It was a very nice, like friendly, a little bit of a flirty.
Sorry, can you tell me he's in finance?
Yeah.
But what does he do?
Financial advisor.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he asked her on the second day. She said she's not going to tell him right now. When are you going? When? You want to pray about it? What? You want to hear the wind chimes? What do you want, Suzanne?
She wants to go on other dates first. She wants to weigh her options.
Anyways, the date went well. This is where they set up. They said Avery wants your number. Oh, no. Just give her his number. They said everyone wanted to give you his number. They set up. Because they know that if you leave this one, she not going to collect anybody's number. She won't give out her number. Which one is, it's too soon to tell you if I'm on second date. I'm like, which one? I'm not telling you right now. Rubbish. Anyways. So, I think Logan, when they called update Logan, God was like, you're dating from an outdated playbook. Like, what you're doing is that's not how dating is in 2024. You're dating like you're in the 60s. Like, you have reverted back to how you were before you married your husband. But that's not how dating is now. And like women are more like not forward, but like you can tell somebody that you like them. Like
yeah, you have a choice in this.
Yeah, like I don't understand always. Oh my god, I'm not gonna tell. If you don't tell them, how would they know? This is a show. Once they go away, you're not going to find them again now. Like Suzanne, please. Anyways, guess what this woman does? She calls Avery to ask him out. After all this, he said, no, he's an Alabama fan. Avery also has a young kid, though. Apparently, he has a 14-year-old or so, which is younger than 16, but
she just likes him.
It doesn't matter. Oh, he didn't bring her flowers. Doesn't matter. I'm like, girl, you're really dating like a child, because this is like, if you have a standard, then you shouldn't go below your standard. But yeah, in your 60s and you're dating like a 20-year-old, like that's what you are doing. Because she invites him to the Georgia game. She puts Georgia on his face, everything, and she makes him go to the game and support Georgia. He does it. He's a good sport. When he comes back in the car.
Oh, and he actually the day started out from the house. Yeah. Why I wanted to put that, because she's always talking about
and now she was talking about things are going too fast.
Yeah, but you're the one making.
She's the one that's being very forward.
Not intimate, but like,
why'd you bring him to your house?
Yeah, why did you just like having dates in your house, like.
Why didn't you just meet him at the place?
And they're meeting your family already. Aside from he met the other family members too. Yeah. So you're the one rushing things, but okay.
Yeah, it's all touching and everything. And she's gonna say that she thinks he's forward. I'm like, Suzanne, please. This is just nagging, because he's not doing anything that is forward looking. Now you ask him out. Now you take he's not doing anything. Anyways, then they kiss when they get back to her place, and she's the one that plans on him. And obviously she's like, oh my god, I don't, I said, I feel like things are moving too fast. She even texts Avery to break things off with him. That she's like, nah. Then Suzanne meets with Logan, and that's the dating coach, and Alison is here again, and she's like trying to find out about how dates went, what exactly the issue is, it's like what's going on. Once again, and I like Logan, because Logan was like, when she was like, oh, both people have young children, Avery's an Alabama fan, she's like, these are not real deal breakers. Like, what are we talking about here? And then she now said that, well, I think she now had a realization, because she was like that, she thinks that all of them are actually rejects because they'll have baggage. I'm like, thank you. Not like you think everybody's a reject, but think of it like we all have baggage, we all have issues we're dealing with. We have to like give a little, because you're not perfect either. Yeah. Like you can't be acting like, oh my god, no, Suzanne, no. First of all, you choose to make your hair rough. That's not a normal behavior. Like, so anyways, yeah, so I think she's learning a little bit, because she's like, okay, no to Avery. So we think she has moved on now. She's moving on to Jeff. So, to our third date, who is Jeff, 59, divorced 2 times, 10 years single, 3 kids, director of automotive industry. You know what's now? After looking at this, I'm like, okay, that girl that said only once is right, because nobody is divorced once. Everybody is 2, 3.
I said it when she said it. I was like, that is.
It's the use of only that makes it weird.
It's because she knows, like, she's been dating around and seeing people divorced 3, 4, 5 times. She realizes that her one is literally, she's not even in the bracket, and also her one is, she's in her 50s. Yeah, that's understandable. So yeah, if someone in their 20s or 30s says only one, I'm like, before uncle. How many should you have?
How many should you have?
So yeah, obviously,
yeah. So we met Jeff. So she says he's a silver fox. That's what she's been looking for. He's very quiet. I mean, to me, I was like, this is not a good match, because he seems so reserved, and she's very like, and she's not somebody that is just like all over the place and is fine with you being. She wants you to interact with her. You know, there's some people that they just want to be the star and they don't want you to interact with them. But I don't think that's competition. She wants you to also give back and stuff. Yeah. So that's what I think. Yeah. She brings up Georgia. Is also a Georgia fan. So she's like,
he was perfect.
They both like travel. He speaks conversational Arabic.
Yeah, he's world traveled.
Yeah,
like he said prior to now, he took his daughters to Italy for 3 weeks.
Yeah,
I'm like, wow.
And he thinks she's classy and sophisticated. I'm like,
yeah, classy man.
I beg to, no, he thinks she's classy. No, he thinks she's classy and sophisticated, and I'm like, oh.
I mean.
That's all I gotta say about that.
The hair is,
that hair is what I can't get past it. So obviously daughter comes to meet her again, so we see that they have the same tattoo. Anyway, she asked Jeff out on the second date. They went on a boat ride. She kissed that one, so
again in her house on her boat in the backyard.
But people are emotions fast, no problem.
They're all intimate dates that are like close to home. So
don't mind her. Now she did do them. Then Logan comes over. She meets the daughter Allison and then one of her sons, and then I think her mom-in-law is also around. So she's now ready to choose one of the people to pursue. We were thinking, it's Jeff now.
No, so for the date, the date that she was about to have on the boat, because I already could clock it that she likes Jeff, like what you said. So I was like, oh, she's going to, although that guy is perfect on paper, she's going for Jeff. Yeah. So I was like, I clocked it. She's going for Jeff. And
Jeff is a dead guy. Avery is the second.
Sorry, she's going for Avery. Avery's the one walking down for this intimate date, and then I see Jeff. I'm like, girl, why are you playing games?
I was so confused. I'm like, I thought
why? You were like... So then when she was saying all that, I'm like, she's back to her. She's going back again. Because once she did that the first time, like, she's going back to Avery. Because like, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Like, you like Avery, you like him, because those things are not actually deal breakers. That's the truth. Yeah. The reasons why you don't want to be with Avery, it don't make sense. Yeah. Like, that's just the truth. So anyway, she called Avery, and because she told, like in the voice of her, we hear that she's like, yeah, she likes Jeff, but Avery was always on her mind. Mm-hmm. Then, and I like Avery because he was like, okay, like what happened? Because I thought things were going well. Then suddenly you just kind of like ended things. Mm-hmm. And she now said that she has to be sure he was serious. I'm like, once again, you are playing games, Suzanne. Please.
But he didn't do anything.
He didn't do anything. That's what I'm saying. Now, what are these games she's playing? Then so she asked him out again. I said that they should go slower. Slower than what? These people are not even fast, but okay. It's so funny that she knows that this is fast because I'm like, damn, Suzanne, if you were born in this age, you would hate it. You would hate it.
You know what's so funny? If you're born in this age, things will be extra slow because people are having talking stages
for 16 months. No, I'm not about like
and situationships for how 20-something years. Who's that?
Oh yes, on her
to her 40s, bruh. So yes, it's okay.
It's
girl. Yeah, but be happy.
Just be happy. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, this is Avery. Yeah. And Suzanne. So yeah, laughing with a whole mouth open.
Oui.
Gosh. Gonna keep all the thoughts inside.
Keep them.
All right.
Oh, Mr. Peculiar.
Please stop. Nate is 56. Honestly, looks so nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that feeling is gonna change very soon. He's married for 16 years. He has 2 kids. Who is helping him on this experiment? Good question. Jackie, his ex, the mom of his first daughter. Mm-hmm. How did they become exes? I don't even know why they call her exes. They didn't date. They were fooling around with each other and got pregnant. And she broke his trust because apparently he had asked her about birth control and she said she was on it. And I guess she was not.
She said she was using the rhythm method. And I guess she was. And then she's like, I guess I calculated wrong.
Imagine. And I'm just like,
and here we are.
Yeah, they have a very good relationship, obviously, for her to be doing this. Mm-hmm. Even though, obviously, you always wonder why the guy and a girl be best friends for so long and not dates. Mm-hmm. I don't really get a really romantic vibe, and we would eventually see why. So he has a type. Says type is curvy with hips, thighs, and ass. So he described it very well, so that nobody will misconstrue.
Yeah, because.
And just sometimes they'll give you some curvy that's no, be no getting ash.
It's not even just that, like, the word curvy has been abused. Yeah. So, yeah.
You know, to be very clear.
There's somebody else. The other show is telling us that she has ass. So
yeah, and we're like,
I don't know about that. I'm like, is the ass?
We can't find it, so we're looking for it.
So I mean, once again, we don't say these things. It's when you bring attention to, and you say you have things that I'm like, oh, and we're like, okay, wait, where's this? But okay,
yeah. So he meets with Logan, where we find out he's from a military, so he's injured and he's in pain a lot of the time. So he used to jump out of planes, and one time he had a bad jump and he fell on his back, and so he broke
because of the wind and the parachutes open, and he landed on his side. You're supposed to land on your feet.
He landed on his back, so it was broke. So he's really in pain. Walking upstairs is hard, so he can't really do a lot of physical activity because of that, which is understandable. In his house, you notice that he has plenty of TVs. I don't really understand what's going on there.
He's obsessed with TVs.
Then he has fraternity stuff all over. So, like,
he's very, very, very clean.
Oh, he has OCD. Undiagnosed by me.
He even said it. You know, one thing I've noticed about
people. He said it's very particular.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We've noticed that people that say they have OCD don't. But people that have it, I don't think say they don't have it.
He has it. He has it. Don't worry, you'll find out more. He has it. So, he had a fiance. So he had a fiance who. So the first ex had about being on birth control. That was the best friend. And he had a fiance who got pregnant for someone else. Then the first person he fell in love with was his ex-wife, but he had some trust issues. And so Logan said that he's giving very closed off vibes, which is true. Also, like I already mentioned, he's very neat. Yeah, very, 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 very clean, very neat, very
you can't come into
particular.
His space.
You can't come into this space. Actually, is not welcoming. Even when sometimes you see his friend there, and he's like cleaning. She always goes to the fridge. It's like, no. What do you want? Okay, like I can't open your fridge. No. So he's
germs in my fridge.
He's a lot. So I don't think he can actually live with someone. His ex-wife, she tried.
Well, he said it. The joke you made in the end that he's gonna get a life a lot.
He's gonna need it.
Yeah.
So go to his dates. First date was with name is gonna forget, Latricia.
In fact, everyone's name.
This two. Forget the first two.
Okay, yeah, the first. Yeah.
He doesn't like you. Your name is irrelevant to you.
Okay. I remember something else that he did. So
yeah.
Keep going on.
Yeah. So Latricia is 56, never married, no kids, which is interesting. She's a senior IT professional, originally from Kingston, Jamaica. She's also from a military. So one thing I liked about him is that he brought flowers on all his dates. He's very gentlemanly about that. He said he liked that she works out. We couldn't really see her body because she was wearing these stupid jackets, and the stupid producers know that they should find different angles to show us. But anyways, so we don't know. We don't know whether she's curvy or not because I didn't see any booty. But anyways, now once again, like I said, it was covered, so it's not like booty police. Yeah, booty police.
She's booty customs.
Yes. Then this is the part that's more like this is where we start to see the crazy. You know, when you're like, I wonder if the person single, the person looks so nice. This is when we get to know, okay, this is why you're single. He goes, oh, do you pray? She says yes. And she's like, oh yes, that she prays, goes to church, She's excited. She's like, oh, check. Then he prays. He doesn't drink or smoke. He's not a clubbing guy. He prays. She's like, oh, she loves me. She loves a Christian man. Tell me how to date her. That's the reason why you don't want to date her. Then why just if she prays? If it's not important to you.
He also didn't like the fact that she was doing air checks.
Yeah. Such a petty. Then he talked about the activity, he talked about the military and blah, blah, blah. So that was his vulnerability. Then he asked to take himself with her. So that's his thing. He takes stuff with her.
I have learned.
And I'm going to steal that.
Yeah. I'm going to start stealing that, taking selfies with people that you, not even just people that you just met.
Yeah.
It's a good way to store people's phone numbers. So you remember. We're getting old, guys.
Yeah. No, as many people.
So you can remember, okay, this person, this was the day in which we met.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. So he catches up with Jackie. So that's his ex-wife's name. Not ex-girlfriend. That's the mother of his first child that they didn't really date. I was calling her his best friend. Jackie.
Yeah.
She's asking how did this go? Where did you meet? Was she on time? What does she do? My wife don't know nothing about this date.
Nah, but you remember the things he didn't like.
Yeah. It's like, oh, it's not that serious a Christian. Then why just if she prays? If it's not that deep for you, then why? Like, I would not ask somebody something that is not important to me. Like, you brought it up and she responded positively, and somehow that is the problem. Like, I found that so funny. But it says she checks all that boxes. Like, she's not married. She's not married. She has no kids. She's active. So he's like happy. He's happy about those things. So that part is fine. Then he said that this is sometimes Christian. So Christmas, New Year, Easter, church. Once again.
No, he said he's fully. He reads his Bible. He doesn't physically at the moment.
In our church, you know.
Yeah, but he's not a Easter. He's not.
No, he said it's a CNE, Christmas, New Year, and Easter church. He said
attendee. But he's a full time. Like, I believe in God.
Full-time.
Yeah, exactly.
Full time.
Because some people are they don't even do any activity on their own. Do you get like
obviously with the praying thing, obviously you know that he has a certain level of relationship.
They only go 3 times.
Yeah. I mean, that's what
in fact, 2 times.
Yeah,
still goes
So anyway, so that was that, and then we have the next episode, Anita and Nate, which we're going to talk about you know. So he brought her flowers, obviously. And obviously, she brought up her age again because, she's so old. She's grandmama. They discussed activity, and he explained why he's not so active. He says he's a homebody, and for Anise, that's like a no-no because she likes being active. But he said, he gave her a compliment. Said that if I did something like you, that I'll always be outside because, I want to be checking, like, for who's checking you. And I'm like, that's cute. I say he's not sure he'll pursue her. When he talks to Logan, when he talks to Jackie, he says she's older than he'd like, and he didn't think there was a romantic connection, which is something that they both felt anyways. Because once he said he wasn't active, she was like, done. She needs someone that's as active as she is. So, fair. We move on to the next, one of the ones he now like, Lisa, 56, 2 years single, divorced, only once. Oh, look at 2 kids, and she's an esthetician. She looks very curvy. She's on that with the black and the white jackets.
Everything open, even the back.
Yeah, come on.
Curvy, but not bootylicious.
Yeah, but she was very curvy. He gave her flowers. He was very pleased with her look. And this is where you get to, her kids are in their 30s and they still live with her. And I can't laugh because it's not like I live by myself. But it's funny because of the way he was like, oh no.
You're not in the same predicament, but okay.
No, of course I'm not in the same predicament, but I can't laugh too much because, but it's funny because like he was, she found out that she doesn't really assert herself, and I said that they've reverted back to being children. That is weird because like how are you treating them that they are so comfortable with?
I think she said she comes in like they have fights or whatever, and she has to
come on, settle like come on, so. He thinks it's a red flag and that she has grown children living with her, and she says, well, eventually she talks him into making it a yellow flag because she's like, well, yes, I do want them to be independent, yes, I do want them to move out. And I'm like, it's not about them moving out, just let them be like if your adult children are living with you, I have no issue with that. But be adult children. Don't
be responsible for yourself.
Don't be children, be adults. Like that's my only thing. They discussed military career again, so we found out a little bit more that after the accident, he had to get a desk job because obviously he couldn't be in the field anymore, and he was kind of gently encouraged to retire because he couldn't really climb up the ladder anymore. So, and it's kind of sad because he had friends with him in the military and they were able to go further.
And the people that he trained also ended up above him.
Yeah, it was sad. I was sad about that because I know that's obviously, I don't know if you can't do anything about it, right? But it was just sad. So she's not gonna ask for selfies turn around. I was like, game recognized, game. Come on. So apparently he's attracted to her. They exchange numbers, and we were like, okay, nice. Now we're like, okay, good. So second dates, no.
Nate is like, I'm going through this process.
Yeah.
Give me all the women you got. He went on the most dates.
See, I feel like
I was going to say he went on the most dates.
He did, and I feel like this is how men in their 20s behave, and like I can't believe that you are 56 and you are still behaving like you're in your 20s just because you finally met one person that you like. You think,
and not even just that. More. Can I say he said that he will not continue like engaging with them and talking to the people. He's just gonna wait the process to the end.
Yeah. Like that.
Okay, fine. Even if you're going on dates, you still can chat with the person, and yes, the person will know you are still actively dating.
No, not Nate, because that's the right thing to do, right? To say I really like you, but I'd like to this process through when
but we can continue chatting and then
getting to know each other.
But
no.
We can even go on a second day. He didn't go on his. Am I spoiling it? I don't know. He didn't go on a single second date with anyone.
No, he did.
Oh, sorry, he did eventually. He did, but he went on a. He didn't. Sorry, I meant to say he went on a single date, second date with only one person, and he went on the most dates in terms of he went on a date with four people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like.
Yeah. That's all. Yeah.
Anis did go on a date with four people too, but it's not really Anis's fault. The first guy was a loser. I'm sorry. Second guy was you.
And then the guy it was only three.
The third guy was a white guy. And the fourth guy was really. The third guy was white guy. He said he didn't find her.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, it was understanding.
He was understanding, and then because she was really willing
to go for it.
Yeah, exactly. Willing once she found. Yeah, and then but for you, it sounded like you were going to keep going.
Oh no! It didn't sound like he said this now.
No, like if you were going to do more than
that's what he said. Oh no! No. I'm saying like it didn't sound like that's what he meant. It's like if it's 10,
Let's go.
Let's go.
Dude, it's not a Bachelor.
We ready? Like,
this ain't the Bachelor.
He thinks it's the Bachelor. I'm like, you found one person that
maybe Nate should be on Golden Bachelor or something.
No.
He should be a Golden Bachelor contestant.
No, because this kind of people, I've already clocked him. Nobody can please him. That's why he's not with that Jackie, because they actually, and that's why she's not. She can't like him because maybe initially, but she realized, she's like, you know what? We're better off as friends. I don't have to live with you. I don't have to deal with you all the time. You know, friendship. Yes, we're close, but there's still a distance.
Yeah.
Being somebody's partner, living with them, he can't live with somebody. They will have to have separate houses.
Yeah.
He can't. He actually can't.
Yeah, he did say that on his.
Oh, yeah, we're going to fight. Oh, no. So we made the last girl, Michelle. And I have a picture of Michelle. Hope it's close enough for you to see her. Yeah, Michelle looking all nice. Nate looking like sugar daddy. Nate wore a bucket hat. And then that's the shit. Yeah. I'm sorry, we can't see my cursor. Anyways, but yeah, that was them on their date. They went on a poolside date. It was very cute. Yeah. She wore this. I mean, from the picture, you can see the sleeve band. It also was splits in the leg. So the legs out, boobs out, everything, whole nine. She wore heels. And then Nate
But it wasn't tight, like choke, like the way Nate does ours.
Yeah, there was room for movement. And then here comes Nate in his black up and down with blue shirt and bucket hat. And I said, are they on the same date?
And he said he was trying to be sexy. He didn't say that.
I beg.
Yeah.
Before they go on these dates, Logan says he's a maximizer. He suffers from unrealistic expectations, and we couldn't agree with her anymore. He does.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we've already been saying, that nobody can please him. So even if he goes to the Bachelor, he won't pick, because he'll be like, if there are different people that are nice, that I like, there's more outside. So he's always going to be like, oh, there's more. And like, that's not how, anyways, whatever. You should do him.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Once again, obviously, he brought flowers as normal. So we already know he doesn't drink alcohol. So he tells her again he doesn't drink. Her first impression, she's like, yeah, he's nice looking. Oh, Salah, you need to do Michelle.
I can't do Michelle, but Michelle is... How old is she again?
Michelle, sorry, I forgot to be honest. Michelle, she's 55, divorced
Michelle is 55, but she's acting like...
I don't know how to do it.
You know, how old is AD?
30-something.
Yeah, she's acting like she's AD, like 30-something, even younger self. Like, she does the whole mannerism, the whole...
the neck rolls and the hand.
I don't know. It's not my energy. Yeah. But she's sassy. I'm sorry, not to be
she's sassy.
But she's sassy.
Oh, like,
and like I, it's so weird to see someone that is that old
50s still be sassy. Like, oh my god. Don't you have
see? It's like, does it ever end?
No, but blessed from this show that whatever issues you have, they say your friend, clearly you don't work on it. You don't go.
Yeah.
So and then also she also has games. She took the selfie. And sent it.
So I guess this is a thing of a age group
and older.
We're learning.
Yeah. But God forbid they'll be in our 50s. Would have locked it down by then. Okay. Then she thinks it's too soon still for a second, because I was like, yeah, she didn't seem that into, like, not like she was into, but she didn't seem that gung-ho. But he's like, oh my god, this is my best date, I really like her, oh my gosh, this is one thing, they're walking away and she's trying to twerk. I'm like, please now, Michelle, please. You're 55, ma. She's like, oh, I'm like, no, ma, please, no, ma. Is this what, like, them Cardi B are going to be like they're 50?
Yeah.
Ma.
Yes, then we're going to end this. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyways, so then we meet his daughter and granddaughter. He tells his daughter on his dates.
Yes, 2 granddaughters.
Oh, I didn't see the second. I guess this is not like they are there. He forgot the name of the first 2. He said Latrice and Anissa. It's Latricia and Anise. His daughter asked him who's leaning towards, like, the last 2. Then they make us be like, oh, mystery. He's texting someone that let's go on a second date. The person agrees. We find out that it's Michelle. They go to a comedy show. He said he prefers her because her children are grown and gone just like his are, you know. And he told her he found her feisty on the first date.
She was feisty.
And she was like, feisty? He said, yeah, and you're still feisty now.
You're feisty, maybe.
I'm like, why are you shocked?
I don't even know why you're shocked. I'm sure it's not the first time someone's saying you're feisty.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
sassy.
Even the nicest way. Feisty and sassy is the nicest way to say.
Like
because all the...
like, ma'am, you're 55, ma. Because then she asked him what dating coach is helping him with. He said he has issues accommodating people in his life because he is particular. Sure.
And then he starts to list of.
Yeah, he said he has to have some sense of order. Like, okay, yeah, we'll see. Anyway, she's like that she's not messy, but she's not like always like she can leave clothes on the bed or stuff. And she asked that if it bother me. He said, I know that. She means she'll do this now.
Yeah, that's what I say. You can't do this in my house. But
it's not that I know that you be your house. So that no, like assuming that no, but she was like, no,
that's it.
He said no, assume that we're living together.
No,
and I
you can't assume it.
He said, nah.
He's like, nah, do that. He's like, oh, because he said something about how she brought up that if you're getting dressed to go out, and like you mess up your room in the process, that can you leave the house
with the mess on the bed?
And he's like, no, he cannot. He has to. And I get it because I totally understood, because like when you come back from wherever you go, you want to come into a clean room. And just like for me,
he has a closet. The clothes don't actually have to be in the room.
Yeah, but he brings.
He can close the door. Yeah, but he can throw them back in the closet. He doesn't have to put them back in.
But he's on his days, he'll be thinking about the clothes that are on the floor. It's driving him insane. But yeah, I get it. Like for me, my own is if I'm traveling, I like my room to be clean before I travel, because when I come back, I'll be tired, and like Mama knows, I unpack immediately when I come back, and then into the bed we go. So yes. I get it, but I don't get it completely, because I'm like, sometimes you are in a hurry. Sometimes you didn't plan time out. Sometimes mess happens. But I feel for him, that's a no. There's no excuse for mess at all. Like mess can never happen. You know what? I wonder what it was like being married to him, and I don't know if his wife was pregnant and still together, because the ex-wife here was like.
I wish they had called her. I would have loved.
I want to know, because when you're pregnant and you have a baby, babies make mess.
Babies are messy.
Yeah, they're gonna be messy. The children are gonna be messy. You know, even the grandchildren know. It seems like everybody understands and respects, because the kids had their earphones in and the iPad, and they were well behaved, quiet, and that's why everybody didn't even notice they were too well behaved and quiet. And they know you don't come to grandpa's house to play. You don't play, you don't do nonsense at grandpa's
rubbish.
Grandpa's house is not the house for that.
Yeah, no. And it's not like he seemed like a nice guy in the beginning, but then the more you peel the onion, you're like, oh, okay.
It's hard. He's lived by himself for so long. I don't think it will be. He has to meet a girl that is just like him. But there's a caveat to that. She might be clean just like him. Maybe she likes to keep clean things a different way. For example, she said, what if I want this, like...
She literally just moved the cup, and the guy wanted to...
In your house, I don't want a cup in this corner. I want it here. It's like, no, I'll put it back. Yeah. So what if you meet someone that is clean with things that, like now the kettle should be rotated this way instead of that way? No, the handle should not be facing the sink. The handle should be facing the cooker or something silly like that, and they could start fighting over that. So even at that, I don't know.
No, he has OCD. He just wants to get diagnosed. He actually has OCD. That's not. It's like I mean, you can want to be clean, but there's clean and then there's obsessive.
Yeah, and you can't. To me, like you shouldn't push your level of obsessive cleanliness on someone else. Like you should try. It's hard. His body's probably itching him.
No, obviously I understand that. Yeah, you want to be someone that's clean, cool, but like you can't now be so there's clean, like you mentioned, there's just being clean. Then there's now like being so particular that nobody can change your order.
Yeah, he's particular about the order of things.
The problem.
Yeah,
that is the problem right there.
And you have to do. You can't. So he's let you know. You can't go out of the house without arranging your shit back.
Anyways, all this to say that Michelle says she don't do that.
As she shouldn't, because who wants to live with that lifestyle?
I mean, I don't like pressure, as you can tell. I told everybody else will stress me. God forbid
who wants that? No, thank you.
Yeah, so that's the end of that. So we move on to Pam.
Pam.
This is the most improved. And she's the oldest.
70.
She's 70 years old, married twice, divorced for 15 years.
And both marriages. No, she's not divorced. Both husbands died.
Why do I have divorced here? I don't know. Anyways.
Her first husband.
Yeah, I know that the two husbands died. Yeah, I know that two died. Yeah, and then she lived in. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I wrote something wrong. Lived in the middle of nowhere since.
No. It's not divorced in 15 years. It's single 15 years. Yeah.
Single 15 years. Yeah. She lived with her granddaughter Zoe, and she pretty much raised her. She worked as a flight attendant, and she just retired like 2 months prior to this filming. Yeah. She lives 54 miles out of Atlanta. She said it's so rural. They just got internet. I feel for her granddaughter because how was
I'm
she?
I'm sure she is very good at reading. Like reading was something that she would
You would
like
have to be
reading
good.
books.
You would have to
Oh
be.
God, you
You would
be an
have to
avid reader.
because I mean,
There's no internet, which is good. No internet, you read,
yeah,
read,
and she's so far. Like you
read,
can't say that
write,
you'll be dropping her off, but like
draw,
super.
do puzzles. Those are things you do when you're in the cottage.
Like, well, this is how we know that Pam had already been with civilization. Her parents was talking, whether they were laughing together, whether they were gisting, we don't really know. But her and her parents were having a moment. And we were just like, this one pass, be careful. Pam needs to go out.
Yeah.
And also Pam's dogs are depressed. Like they were never active. They were just lying. I was like, what's really this not
she had a chihuahua that was quiet.
They don't even walk. Like they are too
like I know chihuahuas not to be quiet.
Nah, it's crazy.
Very quiet chihuahua.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So obviously I think the there's not a lot of action going on in the house in terms of like
there's nothing
visitors or Pam going out and stuff like that, which is understandable. Like she explained the reason. The house is kind of like a mausoleum to her last husband.
Past, yeah, so
and in fact to both husbands actually.
To the past, So it's hard for us to move forward.
Yeah. So and both husbands died in a kind of sad way too.
Yeah.
One quick, one slow.
Yeah.
So she's experienced both. So yeah, that's a lot. See, she's twice. You said
twice widowed.
Yeah, exactly. And first time you said I want someone love of life dies, she's had to go through. She's went through that 2 times. Yeah. Like she found someone, and then again now she's trying. It's tough.
It's tough.
Yeah.
No, it's Pam. I respect Pam completely. Like, so she's into Buddhism, whatever. Her first ex was a rock star. Mm-hmm. So she knows all those people. She knows the Beatles guys and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then her second husband died after 21 years of marriage. That was tough. She said she wanted to participate because her granddaughter is getting married and she's worried about leaving her grandma all by herself in the middle of the way, which she should because move out. Yeah. And then she also said that she's also lonely and she'd like some companionship. She wants someone who can put up with her and vice versa. Fair enough, right? Mm-hmm. So, and her granddaughter went on about the youthful energy that grandma has. I'm like, okay, sure, let's see this youthful energy. So the first person they set her up is Robert, who's 65, divorced twice, 16 years single, 1 cow, 1 kid, and he's a sound mixer. Mm-hmm. And I love Robert. He's like, I will not spend the rest of my life single. Robert says, I will marry if it's the last thing I do.
Robert is determined.
Robert said, I'll take my dog if I have to. Like, he's like, no, I'm not going dogs at the fight.
He said he'll marry his dog.
Robert is like, no, not dying single.
Funny.
Not dying single.
Yeah.
So when she's talking, she sounds very disillusioned about her life. I think she worked in the government for a bit as well. Mm-hmm. Sorry, disillusioned by life, not her life, just life in general. She, like, for example, she was just rambling. They said, she wants more trains so that less cars on the road. Just talking other random things. It's like
it seemed like she had not gone out to have a conversation. So she didn't let the other person get any word in. So it was an awkward date.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I just think it was like, you know how like when you have like a backlog, she just cleared the backlog. Poor Robert was just a place for her to clear the backlog. Mm-hmm. She wasn't really asking questions. When I started asking, he now said that, do you know that you know nothing about me? She was just like, taken aback, but he was really
and
upset.
I even like that he said it because
you
can't. Some women will leave a date thinking well, not knowing what went wrong. So, and she wasn't aware of what she was doing too. So I like that he left. And he left. Like
So obviously she knew there was a second date, and then when she talks with Logan, she was like, that she just babbles when she's nervous. That she was so nervous, and she just talked a lot. Mm-hmm. And Logan gave her very good advice. She said it's better to be interested than interesting. Mm-hmm. And she was like, when you feel like you have been talking a lot, just take a sip and let the other person, like, take a sip of water, drink whatever, let the other person speak. Just like take a break. Just be like, I think that you would definitely know when to talk, because I know when I'm talking a lot. So I feel like she would know when she's talking a lot, and she just maybe didn't know how to stop it. So this was a very good cue, like thing to do. Like, okay, just drink and just.
Yeah,
and I like that.
She took it and went on her next date.
Most improved, yes. Next date was Paul, even younger, 62, never married, no kids, singer-songwriter. He's an army brat. She's Navy. They bond over their musical stuff because obviously her first husband rock star, so she was in the music world. Mm-hmm. He's a singer-songwriter. She asked him on a second date because she's like, she's not everyone's cup of tea, so it's nice to meet somebody that likes the person she is. He asked for a number, and then she's like, plants a kiss on him when they are leaving. He's like taking her back, and he's like, oh, he's shocked. But then obviously when you have a nice day, you start getting to your head. She was talking to Logan. She's like, oh, she's now afraid of like, getting hurt, or afraid of being rejected. So she rather she got already saying that, oh, he's not serious and everything, and it's like, calm down, like nobody else, she's like, no, let's just, that she feels like he blew her off. And then she's talking it through with Zoe, and Zoe was like, I don't see any blowing up here, just text him.
Yeah, also like in situations like this, if you text someone and they don't answer back, you have your answer. Okay, so don't be ashamed to text, or if you wait a while and they don't even message you, you also have your answer, so you can move on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
don't feel bad.
Yeah. So but obviously it's been a while for her, so I get it. So and they found out maybe just Paul has been busy and they haven't been able to meet up, so she just kind of lets that fizzle out. Then we met her next guy, who is Dwight. This is Dwight.
Oh, by the way, you did not say that he did.
Who?
To her, the previous guy.
Okay, what did he do?
He wanted to let her down without laying her down, which I didn't like. He was like, oh yeah, I'm out of town. Just say you're no longer interested. It's not bad to say it, but it was just doing the whole, I'm out of town, I'm out of this. Okay,
yeah,
not cool.
Not cool. Yeah. So Dwight is clearly black. 70, never married, one kid. Tour director / event planner. It did seem like it's going well. Then Pam seems to say she'd like to work for him or with him, and we're like, what's happening here? So he asked this, like I said, he does tours, right? So she was like, yeah, she'd like to work with him, take people around, to help them see the sites and stuff. And they're like, yeah, cool. So they exchange numbers, and so she's like, yeah, everything. So for me, I didn't really get the romantic vibe. I just got like a really good friendship kind of vibe. So she's like, yeah, so her and Dwight started the business and they just agreed to be friends.
I love that for her. Because like, at least she got something out of this experience, which was what her granddaughter really wanted for her, was not to be trapped alone at home. Yeah. Now she has a bunch of friends.
Yeah.
So we see her, they do a tour to other older people, and now she has a bunch of friends. Dwight is still a friend, and sometimes friendships are slow burners too. You never know; it could turn romantic. Or she can meet someone else from the
tours, right?
Tour. So it's okay. I think most improved, and she got something tangible out of it, which is really good. Because you could tell she wanted to go back to working.
Yeah,
she's just one of those people that can't stay retired.
She can't stay,
which is fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Thank you for her.
Yeah. So.
Oh God, I forgot that Lori is. I was like, oh, we have what's his name, Greg Glass. No, we have Lori. Yeah, let's go.
57, single for 15 years with 2 kids. She's an engagement coach and she's a celebrity media something. So her celebrity, whatever, is Rich Auntie Lori. So that's what this glasses is about. She said she hates dating, but now she's prioritizing it because she wants that companion. The people that are walking in her on this journey, she has her children, Kennedy and Sean. Kennedy is her daughter, Sean is her son. She wants someone who isn't intimidated by her career. And she has a crush named Felton. You want to see Felton? That's Felton. That's Felton.
Okay.
Let's come back here. Right. We met with Logan. Logan like goes around their house, kind of gets a feel for them. That's how we know. So this one is the plant mommy. She has a lot of candles for some weird reason. She I think she was married for 11 years and then she got divorced. She said she wants like her best friend, and she said she always ends up in the friend zone though. And once again, Logan, like we were saying from the beginning, she's always clocking their age. Logan was like, these glasses, do you mind taking them off? Like, it's a mask. Like, it's a barrier to people seeing you. It's a...
Yeah, she said no.
She said no, yeah.
She said it was part of it. I'm like, you can wear it when you're doing your Rich Auntie Lori. You can wear it when you're doing your red carpet things, because it's now synonymous to you.
Rich Auntie Lori,
which is, and the funny part is, I think I had seen her prior to this moment. Because of the glasses, I was like, so good. Use that for dates. Step back from the character that you're playing. On those days, you're just Lori. you're not rich Auntie Lauren. And like you have such a small face, pretty face, small face. I can't even see it because the glasses is blocking my way. Like you guys can see, like the glasses is too big for her face. I can't see your face.
Yeah.
And you're saying you're always in the friend zone. You literally act like your friend. You're not acting like, oh, let me just be honest with you. Let me just call
She's not very feminine.
It's not even, yeah, and you're not giving the energy to guys that they should masculine. Approach you.
Yeah.
It is masculine.
And it's giving closed off. It's giving aggressive.
It's
sorry to use that word.
It's not giving soft. I know not to be that kind of that way. It's just what it is. Like, even I myself sometimes I know there are days when I dress and I'm like, this is
nobody's I'm invisible.
Yeah, like, okay, I get it. Like, it's hard to accept advice when someone tells you, maybe you should lose this, maybe you should lose that. It's hard. I get it. But if you're actively trying to date, then you should listen to the advice. What you've been doing is not working. You've been placing yourself in the friend zone. You're dressing always boxy. Again, I love a boxy dress. No, not like her, though. I don't like dresses. But like, she wore what did she wear? A blazer kind of thing for her first date, and like it didn't just pair well with her body shape. Like it didn't pair well.
And what's ironic about this and sad is that she has a stylist. That's the sad part.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't let her stylist.
Yeah, she gives very.
She.
But the stylist so dressing is off.
It's okay. Stylists always dress crazy, normal stuff. But they're not dressing you for their taste. They're dressing you for your taste, what you say you want, right? So they have to do, It is what it is. Like, look at what's his name, Swanky. Like, if Swanky is dressing me, I'm like, don't dress me like you, exactly. So
yeah. And then, so obviously this anyway, she asked her son if he dated her if he was older, and I'm like, for God's sake, that's a weird question. But he answered her because he said that he won't date her because she's too dominant. So the thing is that you'll be noticed that her children are very like quiet, introverted almost. And it's like, her personality does not allow for any other personality to. It's like a dark cloud that chokes out other.
She has to have the first, the second,
and
the third, the fourth, and the fifth. You can have maybe the sixth word out of 7.
Yeah, she's very dominant for even a child to tell you, because it's like, I'll tell you, but like, we said I should work on her femininity. Okay, sure, we'll see. First date is with Ty, 59, divorced, 3 years single. 3 kids, investor, entrepreneur. What was her critique? Oh, his white inner shades. He's showing.
Again, it's sad to see an elderly person. Sad to see an older person harp on about dressing that you could just fix.
You can just tell that I don't like this man. Don't
wear white inner shirt to your shirt. Or if you're going to, please button up.
Yeah, simple. No. It's a federal case.
Like, it's not that deep, but I just feel like she has her mindset on Felton.
Yeah, she already has a crush on him. So
she does something that is quite shocking to see an adult do.
What?
With the whole second date, because you're not there yet. Okay. So we'll get there, yeah.
Okay. Then Ty is a foot guy. He said he take her to pedicures and pay for them, blah blah blah. He said it's fine with like a woman being in the spotlight because obviously she's a popular woman, right? And then I liked what this question. He asked her if there's something she would take away from the world, and she said that if there was something she could take away from the world, what would it be? And she said grit, and I'm like, that's a lovely answer.
Because grit is behind a lot of evil.
It is. Mm-hmm. And then I don't know why. Once again, information that
once again, intelligence woman.
Yeah. She's funny. She's sweet. Everything, but she needs to tone it down a bit.
Yeah.
So he said he used to exhibit his narcissistic behavior in his 20s and 30s. Once again, you shouldn't have this information to have stayed in the draft, sir.
We'll just be talking, sir.
He asked her
just metal.
Then I used to be a narcissist. Like, please, no.
No, you didn't used to.
Please, now. Please.
You still are. We haven't started showing
exhibiting it. Yes. What does that mean? Like even if it's past, like, don't tell me about it.
For warning or for telling.
Yeah, like why you mentioned that, right? Like you were a narcissist. Why? Like keep that to you. Anyways. So he asked her on the second day, she's like, yeah, then so just take her number, then they find out that she has his number. They used to talk before apparently, and because in the beginning she was like, he looked familiar. She couldn't try to place him, but she couldn't place him. Mm-hmm. So they met on Plenty of Fish in 2017. apparently, and she like berates him for not messaging. I'm like, once again, Laurie, this is the dominant energy we're talking about. Even if you're not going to see him again, there's a way that you just, and this is me talking that I'm not even the most feminine out there, but like, you just laugh it off. Like, not, you don't turn it into like, I mean, she wasn't like angry, but it was the tone that she had shifted.
I wonder why they ghosted you.
Yeah, I wonder why, and so it's fair. Obviously, he never reached out to her. Shocker. Then when Logan came and Laurie was updating on the date, she mentioned the white shirt thing again. And Logan was like, that you can like fix stuff, right? And she was like, I don't want to build or fix a man. Shash told Logan about her crush so that we can move on from there. Then Logan asked her kids what's causing her to be single. The son, Sean, says that she doesn't give people a chance. And her daughter basically says she's not approachable. Then Logan did an experiment. Experiment is a big word. She set the timer for 5 minutes and said Laurie cannot talk for 5 minutes, and she asked the kids how it felt to have her as their mom, like have their mom always interrupt them. She interrupted them twice in the 5 minutes. She couldn't. 5 minutes she could not. Like
I can't imagine what that would be like growing up, because my parents I feel like our parents always wanted us to have a voice and to find your voice and to speak up and speak out and like defend yourself. Like I remember me as a kid, I didn't used to want to talk. I always used to tell my mom to ask people questions from me, and she's like, you have to tell her, you have to speak for yourself. And to see her kids, like obviously when they're not with her, they probably, what's funny? What, like this daughter said that when she went to uni was when she opened up and figured out her stuff and everything. Yeah. So when they're not at home, they'll probably be like a bit not as introverted as they are at home or whatever. Yeah. Definitely not extroverts, because
Sean is not an extrovert. I think Sean still lives at home, so that's probably why he's still. Yeah. It's like there's no point. Yeah. It's not worth it.
Not an extrovert, but they will be like. Out there and everything, but in their mom's presence, no.
They shrink. And it's so sad. Yeah. It's so sad. And then Logan, and say once again, I love Logan. That book, I'm just going to read it. She said, the energy you're giving is not attractive. Oof. She said you don't feel like home, you feel like an airport. Like, and it's obviously she's not saying it like to be mean to her, but she's like, facts. Like,
that's how people feel. They don't feel like they
don't feel safe. They don't feel comfortable. They feel like
not even just
they can't connect with you, because airport is a transiting
not
place.
Even just that, there are certain airports that take you to your final destination, and there are airports that
she's Atlanta airport,
a flyover airport.
Yeah, she's Atlanta airport.
You're being nice. Like those airports are like in the middle of like funny nowhere places that you are just a connection, or a place where people need to refuel. Atlanta is still even a big city. I'm talking about a small city where, how people always talk about America, how those fly over Kansas, they don't they just fly over those places, like we just refuel, we just this. She's giving, I'm just flyover country. And that's why you're saying that people are putting you in the friend zone. It's not
even friend, it's acquaintance zone.
Yeah, anyway. Go on to the next date, I guess.
Yeah. So she said that she's afraid of being left. That's why now she's in therapy, working on it. And I'm like, change therapist.
You're not listening.
Yeah, no, they don't listen to anybody.
I don't know.
So, I don't know what a therapist is doing. You're just giving them free money.
You're not listening.
Your stylist is not doing their work. Or was it worse?
And now this is what is better. I don't know.
I don't think so, because her kids would have said so.
It's the fact that she couldn't just for one day just not wear the glasses. That just told me everything I needed to know.
Yeah. So you can tell why these people are single. Minus Anise, I can't really obviously, I don't know, because she's nice, she's open and everything. Pam too is just, I don't know.
Pam didn't go out of her house.
That's why she. But
once she started going out,
she will find. Yeah. So, but like people like Nate, Laurie, Suzanne, we know why people are single. Please. She now showed Logan the text with Felton, and Logan was like, oh, well, I think because like he was saying, babe, I miss you and stuff. So I was like, okay, maybe he likes her. Obviously, we know that, and this is why I always tell guys, I'm like, don't call me babe unless you mean it. Like, don't call me babe until we got to that point, because I'll get carried away. Then you're not telling me that we're just friends. I can't swear for you. I will swear for you, actually.
I love the skits that the guys, or some TikToks that some guys that a guy before he leaves you tells you how he loves you, can't wait to marry you. Ghost you. That is what happens. So all this, babe, I love you, I miss. And it's sad because it's like, what if someone actually genuinely feels that way about you? Now we have to be playing this cryptic.
Oh no, I always tell guys, don't tell me until we have agreed that we like each other and this. Don't call me.
And
babe,
I don't believe in games, by the way.
Yeah, no, I don't like those.
When you're a teenager, I've never liked that. Like, if you like someone, like someone, don't like someone, don't like the person. I have never liked games. Like, when it comes to like romantic relations and everything, and don't make people like do decoding and jumping through hoops or whatever. Like, if you don't like, you don't like. He clearly didn't until when she had to like.
Yes, and then we will understand why when we get there, because honestly speaking, it's all her fault. Sorry to say it like that, but she played herself. Anyway, so she called Felton to invite him for her birthday. So then we'll move on to the next dates.
And what did he say though?
I can't remember what did he say.
He didn't give her a reason.
He didn't commit, but they didn't show the end of that conversation. So
and he was telling her that it might have to be added. The guy didn't want to come.
Yeah, they didn't show like what his
because he knew. Was. See, these people know what showing up for certain events mean to you. If showing up to your birthday is a big deal, they know. Like, if I show up to your birthday, it's going to look like I've done a big thing, right? But I still need to keep you in line. Do you get?
I guess. Okay, so her next date with Martin. He's 55, never married, 3 kids, 6 grands, or now the HVAC company. He's seen her before. They found out that they go to the same church. It was a candle making date, and every sense was like offensive to her. Mm-hmm. And he goes, she's very particular, and then he looks at the camera like. And then she asks him where he is in life. He says he's going to be an ordained deacon. She's like, oh, that won't work for me. I cuss a lot. Then she asked him if he likes aggressive women, and he said in doses. Now, I was thinking that all these things are pointers that he was like, I'm not saying that again. Only for him to say, only for us to be talking about her birthday party, and for him to invite himself. I said, what's going on? I'm confused. Mm-hmm. I thought you didn't like
also, her. This shows that she talks too much too. Because I said it in the data, she didn't take what Logan told her. Like, she let someone give someone space, and she was talking over him just to like, let's move this data along. So I'm like, oh, what can I do? Oh, let me talk about myself. Oh, yeah, having a party. What do you think? If you're telling me I'm on a date with you, you're having a party,
I'm not coming. What am I
saying? No, they are elderly. Okay, they're not us. He's probably like, okay, when is like, okay, I'm guessing you brought this up because you want to invite me. And then when it didn't come, he's like, oh.
That's presumptuous.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, but it's like, oh. Because why did you bring this up? Why? What was the need to bring it up?
Conversation, Lori talks. No, obviously, we established that she was not, once she found out that they go to the same church, she was already like 90% no. Mm-hmm. He said deacon, it was 100% no, period.
But he shows up.
Yeah, so he said that, and then so she was like, because she was like, sure. Then he said someone he can be with. That's when I gave up on men. I'm like, I don't understand men, because what do you mean? Everything I've been saying has been negative. But then you don't say you like her. It doesn't.
No, he was just pointing out her character
flaws.
Yeah, that he's noticing. He wasn't done with the date. I think he was like, he's probably like the kind of person that I need to go on a second date to conclude. So, and then
the best place is to go to your party.
Yeah, I guess maybe he gets to see your friends and see you in action, and then because he left.
No, but then he was not trying to have an intimate moment with that. I was like, you can't be having an intimate moment at a birthday. What are you?
Well, no. Well, can I say something? What? Because this is what I wanted to say from the top.
Yeah.
A guy shows up for your birthday, didn't know you before now, brings gifts for you, brings you flowers and everything, gives it to you. You act like whatever. The person that you quote unquote like didn't even care to show up. Didn't give you a good reason as to why he didn't want to come. Didn't send you any gift. Nothing. Like, you literally have to do nothing for certain women, and they will still want you.
Yeah, but I mean, it goes both ways.
Yeah, and
once you like somebody,
but I find it crazy that as at a certain age,
that's the problem.
You know this already. That guys do this. Like, you can't do that to me now.
About in your 50s.
Yes, like, I wouldn't expect that from her. Like, I would like, when he gave her those gifts, it should just be like, you know what, the person that I don't even really like is doing this for me, so therefore the person that I like should do more. And the fact that he didn't give her a reason as to why he didn't want to come for her party. And this is how.
Yeah, she said that he was just he disappointed her. No, once again, remember we'll get to the point. At this point, we're like, okay, they are friends.
Because they were at the same event together at the beginning when they introduced her.
Yeah.
one of her hosting events, he was there and she was trying to talk to her and he was barely like giving her any like energy or answer. Can I say something? I hate from the bottom of my heart when a woman is heavy in her masculine energy and a guy is deep in, like, you've swapped it, because this is a heterosexual relationship, right? You've swapped places in this. He's like dismissing you, and you as a woman, you're dope. It's like, you know how when guys are trying to like check a girl up, twist a girl up or whatever, and the girl's like and he's not picking it up. It was so weird to watch it in reverse. I'm like, Glory, no, absolutely no. But anyways, I don't want to go too deep into that because it just irks me. I don't like it. I don't like it for her. I don't like it for any woman that is trying to date out there. Like, I don't like it for us. Like, I want us to be sought after. Like, like I said, like, I strongly believe that you're the prize and you should act like it, and you shouldn't be begging for anybody's attention. But hey, switch them.
Oh no, definitely, I agree. Like, I think that's a general thing. I don't think even guys should be begging for attention either, because I don't like that.
Same thing too.
Concept
I don't think you should be begging for attention too from a girl.
If the person is not giving attention,
I just really hate it for women.
No, but say once again, like FK likes to say, disgrace is sometimes what you need.
Yeah.
Because
but it wasn't enough for her.
No, I told her calm down now. You got to get it. We're gonna get it.
So
she called Felton, or he called, I don't know who called, which they had a video call and said that he's going to take her out for dinner. He's back in the city since she missed her birthday. So they went out. Like, I can put his picture back so we can know who to hate.
And he's always wearing this hat.
He always wears a hat. Even when they call video call, he's wearing a hat. I'm like, what's
and this is the swag, by the way. This is the dressing that she's like. She said that, wearing a white t-shirt, that this is how you wear a white t-shirt.
Yeah, so she said that.
FYI,
yeah. Anyways, so first of all, because at this point I was assuming that they are good friends, right? So I was like, if you are my good friend and you miss my birthday, you take me to a very nice dinner. They went to a casual place that is sitting on benches side by side, bench with no back.
You're not even facing each other.
No, they didn't face each other. I said side by side on bench, no back. What's going on? Then she asked me, what do you think about her? He's like, well, whatever. Then she said she was hurt that when he didn't come for her birthday party, that what's up. And I guess what's up, he understood it, because it was like, yeah, like, you're cool, but like, you have a block up, like, I know where I stand with you, like, so even he doesn't know that she likes you. That's my point. She now said that he also said that she expresses her feelings, but not always at the right time. Like, it's just that he said that they don't even really talk. It's just like when she reaches out to him for something that he responds. So I'm like, where did you get this idea that you guys are so close to the point that you're liking him? Maybe he's just a normal, friendly person. This was my opinion of Felton change, because I was like,
yeah, but where did the I miss you come from?
I don't know. I didn't see what she texted him first, so I don't know. And the babe, but some people just type babe to everybody.
Yeah, no. The babe is fine. Yeah. It's just, where did I miss you come from?
Yeah, but it could just be like, I miss you. Like, it may not have been deep.
Okay.
So, like, it may not be like, this is my guy. Like, we're not like whatever. Just like, we're good. Like, we're not, And I was like, Laurie, how did you misread the situation so much to the point? Because you're bringing it up because you thought, okay, he could like you, but like, how did you get to this point? You clearly, she sadly does not know the cues to look for. She sadly doesn't know like what a romantic relationship is like and stuff. And so, but I'm glad that she finally got her Ella, because it's time to move on.
Yeah, it's time.
And the list improved. No, it's between her and Nate. Who do we see?
They can both have the title.
A race to the bottom.
Yeah, they can both have it. Let's do Greg.
So finally we have Greg. This is such a sweet guy. I like him so much. He's 61, divorced, single for 12 years. He has 2 sons. One of them has cerebral palsy. So what basically tore the marriage apart? Sounds so violent, but
the first one
is the care for the
child,
for the child with cerebral palsy, and they're so focused on that. So after the divorce, he remarried like 4 years later, and then he ended up in a blended family of 7 kids.
It's too much.
Yeah, it was just overkill. It was like from 0 to 1,000. I guess he just really wanted family and whatever. Then that one, so they divorced after 9 years. And then she asked him his type. He goes, Jennifer Aniston, Penelope Cruz. Like, okay, Greg.
And they did give him both.
Yeah.
One thing I want to say is, if anything on this show that I notice is that Logan does not play.
No, she's good.
She gives you what you said you want, and then some. So you want Penelope, you'll get her. You want Jennifer Aniston, you get her. Now, if you can handle it, that's on you. If you cannot handle it, that's on you. But you say you want something, you get it.
Try,
you try, which I like. Because I hate when someone will say, "This is my type," and you put them on dates. No, don't do that to people. Nice. Especially when you're first starting out, start out with what they actually ask for, because they will walk their way out of it. Most times they will learn. Okay, maybe it shouldn't really always be heavily focused on this particular attribute. Maybe it should be more about companion or things that we get along, and it shouldn't be so physical. You know, you learn that way.
Yeah, definitely. So he mentioned to emphasize physical attraction, and she was like, it may not be an instant connection, and you have to be open to that. Like I said, Logan is on the money. So the first day we have is Kelly. This is Kelly, by the way, guys. Okay. She's 59, divorced.
Only once. Very important.
Yeah, only once. 11 years single, 4 kids, dental hygienist. So they go jet skiing, which is where this happens. They go jet skiing. As you can see, she's pretty fit for her age. And she thinks he's handsome. She likes him. She was like, yeah, if he asked me out, yeah. And this one thing, this is how we talk about how Alan is ready and right at first sight. Some of the women here too, they were ready, and they're like, first confess self. Let's not waste time. So they take selfies, say not yet sure of a second date. We find out why. So she lives an hour and a half away.
Understandable.
Yeah, I understand that. It was
very understandable.
Yeah, I understand that. So I was
it's a long drive.
It's a long drive. Yeah.
No fault to you, Greg.
No, yeah. So then he meets the second girl. Unfortunately, we don't have picture for all the dates, as you can see. Sherry, 60, divorced 3 times. 13 years single, 2 children, VP of sales in motorsports. I love her story. She adopted her 2 kids as a single mom. They're currently 21 and 17. They went whiskey tasting. She's quieter than him, which
they're not matched.
They're not.
There's sometimes that you have a very hyper classy lady with some that because he's successful in his own right too.
Oh no, yeah, we'll find out why they don't match race.
Yeah, and they can still work. They'll find a middle ground. But in this situation, it was quick. What's funny? Greg didn't notice, but I feel like Greg is ready for a relationship, even for that distance. To the first date, he would have locked that in. He wasn't trying to date a bunch of people.
Yeah, he wasn't.
But he was willing to continue with her. But she just knew that it wasn't going to work. It wasn't going to work, yeah. I'm talking about being well-traveled. I mean, not just in America. I mean, both...
in the world.
Yeah, in the world in general.
Not just, Montana. It's like...
She's like, yeah, I know. You should be well-traveled in your country, too. As the same, you should also be well-traveled outside of your country. And she meant both, not just one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but if I say I'm well traveled, I don't mean whatever. So, anyways,
you've been in so many places in Ghana.
Yeah, but I don't count that as well traveled.
It's part of it.
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to laugh at him because I actually like him. If
no,
I would laugh at them.
Because I like Greg.
If it was somebody I didn't like, I'll laugh at him. So. Yeah, Sherry, she was like, no, it's not going to happen. Actually, she didn't say she was doing that thing. She blew him off. She said she's busy.
Yeah, which I don't like. She didn't tell him to his face.
Yeah, then met with Logan again, and then he explained what happened to Kelly, that, distance and stuff. And Logan was trying to convince him. I'm like, Logan, no, this one, I think distance is a real factor. 1.5 hours is long. Then he was like, oh yeah, I should apologize to her. Oh, maybe she will open to moving. I'm like, no, that's not why. If you want to reach out to her, but not because you think you have an expectation that she may be open to moving. No, because that would just be a great block. And once again, women in male actually no, this is women in women-dominated fields, because he sent Kelly a text saying that he likes her, opens to second date, and she's like,
I'm already in a relationship.
What's up, people?
which is, it is what it is. And I feel like Greg's experience on this show
will help him.
Not even just made him. I think he didn't go on any more dates. I think he was done after that. Like, the experience was maybe a lot for him.
Too much,
yeah. So because they only showed us those 2 days, I have a feeling it's because he was like, I need a breather, which is fine. But I definitely think he should try again. Like, please try again. You're a very nice guy.
Nice guy.
I think you should try. There's a nice lady out there for you, for sure. Yeah.
So we get 2 months later. Suzanne is still dating Avery. They're talking about possibility of getting married whatever, and gets married in the future. Then Nate, he says Michelle doesn't mind clutter, so he lost interest. Then he reached out to Lisa, and she has moved on.
I love it. I love it.
Come on. I said we were doing the damn thing.
I love it.
Anis is still with Willie, and she met his mom. They even took a selfie.
Mm-hmm.
Laurie alone. Pam found a community, like I mentioned earlier, they were going on tours and stuff. Greg, unfortunately, just didn't happen. That was 2 months after. So now, today, where are they?
Mm-hmm.
I think elderly or young or
I'm sure Susanna and Avery are not together.
People in America have problem.
Okay.
Anis and Willie split after 6 months due to distance, and their lives are going in separate directions. It seemed like she also said that they didn't really have that much in common. I guess it was just mostly physical, and once they're like, okay, what else? They didn't see it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, no ill, like they don't hate each other, they're friends, and she's dating again. Suzanne, God, I can't just tired to this because when I read it, I was like, Suzanne, you mama. She's still lightly dating Avery and other people, and she says she suspects he is too. Who told you that part? And what is likely? Avery, please set yourself free, please. This one is not serious.
Yeah. Wow.
Then Pam stopped helping Dwight with his Atlanta chores. So she's still waiting on Mr. Right, but yeah, she's. Nate isn't actively searching anymore, as he shouldn't. He should actually just. Go bed guy that medallions bracelet and this. And Laurie and Felton are now best friends. So
who cares?
Out of this and everybody. So obviously Greg didn't. I think we definitely think he left early. So, but
no updates on him.
No updates on him. It's the same. So that is the end of it. So did you guys like the show? Did you guys enjoy our review of Later Daters? Would you watch it if you've not watched it? If you've watched it, what are your thoughts? Hit us up in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe. Once again, all these things is for the algorithm. Subscribe so that we can make money. Like, subscribe for the algorithm also, so it can spread out to other people and stuff. So
like, subscribe so I can be a rich auntie.
Yes, let's be.
Rich auntie Mimi, rich auntie Dety.
Let's be recording from like a yacht. I don't know, like, oh, reporting it to you from Monaco.
Come on. Yeah.
Not where we are. I know this. Alrighty.
Alright. Wait, let's do it. Yay. Peace.